Hello, my name is Kyle Knapp, and I am doing a presentation on the city pair analysis for Aviation 360 Corporate and Business Aviation. The first thing I want to talk about is the time savings from on-demand travel compared to airline travel. The average, I have a few statistics up here kind of showing the difference between the two, and as you kind of work your way down, you kind of notice a trend that overall airline travel, it can be many times more time consuming than on-demand travel. For example, the average time to the airport for on-demand travel is just zero point 0.1 hours. That's 6 minutes. And so the average time to the airport, if you're flying for an airline, was a full hour. So just there, you're getting almost a full hour of savings, just driving to the airport. Average flight time for on-demand travel compared to airline travel, you're saving almost 2 full hours in flight time, and that's because airlines have multiple hubs, but they have to operate out of bigger airports, and so there's fewer of those, whereas on-demand travel can operate out of smaller and closer airports to the job site, which leads me to the next one. The average travel time from that airport that you go to the job site is much less than for airline travel. Two important details is on-demand travel doesn't have a TSA wait time. You don't have to wait 1.5 hours to get through the security checkpoint that you do for an airline. Also, there's no layover times, as you come and go the same day, so you don't have to wait around at the airport. You just pick your flight and then you go. And then at the bottom, I've kind of summed up all the things above, and so that kind of brings your average total travel time for on-demand travel to 1.3 hours compared to 6.8 hours for airline travel. And so that's a 5.5 hour average travel time difference. And that is a huge amount of time savings when you use on-demand travel as compared to airline travel. And so up there you can see many of the different reasons why. And so the next thing I want to talk about is the travel miles. So the COO traveled 30,867 miles previously, and then the total time for the company was 113,977. If you calculate and total in the Oklahoma expansion, that would extend the COO travel time to 36,893, and then the total trip miles for the whole company with the Oklahoma expansion to 120,000 miles. And so that adds roughly 6,000 more travel miles for the COO and adds about 16.4 hours of travel time for the COO as well. So right here I have some jet versus turboprop time efficiency. And this is all kind of compared to airline travel. These are both two different forms of on-demand travel, just to kind of give you perspective on what the difference is between a jet and a turboprop. A jet is going to be more expensive, chances are, than a turboprop. But besides that, on the left I have a new Citations CJ3, and on the right I have a new King Air 250. And so the COO aircraft hours would be 84 for the Citation and 108 for the King Air. And as you kind of work your way down, you kind of notice that the Citation is a little bit faster. It has 367 knot block speed compared to 280 knot block speed for the King Air 250. And so as you kind of work your way down to the bottom, that last statistic at the bottom, time savings OD, represents the time savings that particular airplane would have being on demand as compared to airline travel. So if you were to use the Citation CJ3, you would save 593 hours of travel time just using that airplane as compared to airline travel. Not as great, but still amazing, is the King Air 250, which would come in 569 flight hours time savings as compared to airline travel. Again, not as good, but still really, really good time savings as far as efficiency for on-demand travel as compared to airline travel. Last statistic here, a graph here, and in the blue you have the on-demand travel times for each flight for the COO, and then the or what it would be if the COO would use on-demand travel, and then the trip times for airlines above in red. And so as you can see, even if you compare the lowest time for airline travel at 9.6 hours compared to 4.8 hours of the highest on-demand ride, you're still about a 4 or 5 hour difference between those two. And as you can see that it just, I mean, the time savings for on-demand travel alone make it worth the investment in a private airplane for the company. And so that kind of leads me to the end of the presentation. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great day.